Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's just awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video I just wanted to do a new modification to one of these Arcade1up cabinets. I did quite some different modifications. For example, we have the Raspberry Pi and the Pandora box, for example. Did both do reviews about them. I will make a full list so you can find them if you're interested in. But I'm still missing something out. And both of these main boards are limited. So, do you know what? Let's grab ourselves a gaming PC and let's slap it in this mini machine. So for this build I wanted to use this old i7 III series Intel CPU combined with 8GB HyperX DDR3 memory. I have still an old GTX 960 laying around thinking I'm still using this on Arcade1up original monitor with a very low resolution, so this will not be any problem. Alright, so in the first step we are going to remove the back panel because we're going to rip it apart. So the next step we're going to remove the subwoofer, a Logitech that is very easily removed. I made it this way. You just need to unplug two connections, one from the subwoofer itself and of course one from the power strip. So let's untangle this cable nightmare and let it go on. And the next thing that we're going to do, I just want to remove the power strip because I want to use a bigger one. I don't necessarily need to use all 6 connections, but it's always very convenient to have one spare. Alright, so then we're going to clean up the CPU because you can see we have a lot of thermal paste. The previous owner did a little bit go crazy with it. Okay, I just want to give you a quick look how I'm going to assemble the mainboard to the arcade cabinet. I have these little feet. And then I'm just going to use the original screw holes that you're normally going to use for putting it in a normal PC casing. So pretty damn easy to use and very convenient. Alright, needed to remove this part, otherwise I can't reach inside for assembly the main board. So the first thing that we're going to do is very simple. Position the little feet so I know exactly where I need to put them. And when done, we're having everything ready to put the main board in the position. And basically the same method applies when you're going to put the main board inside a PC casing. Very easy. Tighten up the little bolts and we can go. And it's ready. Okay, in the next step we are going to assemble the GTX 960 on the position and we'll use a small spacer to keep the graphics card in position for now. Alright, so we're going to modify the control panel. I will leave the joysticks because I already assembled Samba joysticks, so there is nothing better for that. So we're going to remove the 4 screws. And when we have done this, very simple, we are going to remove the panel completely. Turn it upside down so I can show you and I can remove all the cable nightmare that is happening beneath. Alright, I'm going to use these USB encoder boards for connecting both joysticks to the PC. They will not be recognized like Xbox 360, but it will not give us very big problems because most of the games will recognize these encoder boards. But we're going to clean up this cable nightmare and also we're going to remove the light up feature. And the main reason, beside the point this looks way better and cleaner than the previous build, I just wanted to point out I'm not going to use these buttons in the near future. I want to replace them with real Samba buttons, for example. But don't get me wrong, these hotkey sets that I've reviewed are not really bad, but the touch, it's okay. But nothing beats real arcade parts. Okay, so let's put the subwoofer from Logitech back in. And I already did a full video about this audio upgrade. But basically what I did is using the amplifier of the Logitech subwoofer and connecting it to the GVC speakers that you have seen here on the video. Very easy and very convenient because you don't need a separate power supply or anything else or an amplifier. Alright, so let's put the power supply in the position. I'm going to choose this position because I know we're having some air vents at the bottom of the back of the plate that it goes inside the Arcade1up cabinet. Now let's grab all the cables. It's a modular power supply, so this means I need to attach some extra cables for the graphic card and the SSD, because we all need to give it some juice. The power cable goes in here. I'm going to bend it a little bit and go and put it in the right position. Okay, so let's connect the main board. Let's put it in. And don't forget to use the other cable that is especially for the extra juice for the CPU. When everything is connected, we are ready to go to power it on. Keep in mind, when using the original monitor Arcade1up, you need to have this conversion board, and I will leave a link in the description where you can find it, of course. So everything is assembled. So as you can see, we're having here the conversion board, and here at the left we're having the SSD, and that's what we're going to need. Alright, so this is a quick overview of what I have created. Keep in mind, this is still a work in progress, and I will do some little adjustments in the future, and maybe I'll make a video about it. So at the back we're having the GVC speakers over there, and they sound just amazing for mid and high, and of course we're having for low, the very good subwoofer. Here we have the control board for powering on the device and adjusting the volume. In the future I will use an attachment for the on and off switch and for the USB, but I still need to order them from AliExpress. But just leave it for now, as you can see. So for this part of the video, we're going to do a little bit of browsing through Steam, and we're going to play some games. The reason I'm using big picture mode, because it's very convenient and it doesn't cost any money. But in the future I will upgrade this machine with Launchbox. I will make a separate video about it. But for now we're going to play some games. As you can see, we're having all these very nice thumbnails. Maybe you have a Steam account with some games that you can play with an arcade stick. So this is very convenient. So you basically don't need to buy any PC games. But Steam is just very cheap. So there are a lot of great stuff to play. So let's go. And this is what I think is really convenient. When you're in the game, you go exit the game, it goes to the big picture mode, and you can browse to the following up game you want to play. Very easy, very convenient. Street of Rage 4 is the main reason why I was starting to build this Arcade1up PC mod. Because I wanted to play this and all the other great games on my machine and not feeling limited. Alright, so let's play. I still have two black bars, and that's the reason because it doesn't have the perfect resolution for the display. Maybe we can fix it in the future, but it's a little bit of a downside. But some games will give you in trouble that you need to reconfigure before everything works like a charm. Just wanted to show you with this game. So what you can see with Sonic CD, and there are a couple of games that gives us the perfect resolution, and we have the potential of using the full display. I really love the Arcade1up original monitor because as you can see already here in the video, it's very colorful. A fun game to play with your body in cooperative is Broforce, a game that you really need to check out. I love this indie game. Demons and Shotguns. This is one basic epic indie game that you really need to try out someday. Because we are using a high-end gaming PC, it's a little bit older, but still it's a very powerful machine. We can play a lot of awesome games like Street Fighter, Tekken, Soul Calibur, Guilty Gear. All the latest stuff is compatible with this machine.
Show me everything you have to offer. Get ready! It's the fight!
So that concludes this PC mod Arcade1up, and the main reason why I'm always choosing the Street Fighter because there's nothing else to buy here. So I'm just stuck with the Street Fighter 2 caps. But nevertheless, I just want to do this bowling video just to give you more like an inspiration, and I hope you really enjoyed it and find it useful. But compared with the Raspberry Pi and Pandora's box, we don't have any limitations and we can do whatever we want with it. You can always install, let's say, Windows, you can install Android. You can do whatever you want with it and we don't have any restrictions, of course depending what kind of, let's say, setup you're buying. But here in my country I can buy old Intel i5, i7s for not a lot of money, and the same goes for the graphics cards. Consider subscribing, would be awesome to have you here, and hit that little bell and become one of the Wicked family. I have a lot of great content coming up regarding modding, handhelds, game consoles, so it would be great to have you here, and we'll see you in the next video.